Okay, so there we go. That's that setup. I kind of want to. I don't want to be sitting in this. Okay. Excuse the squeaky chair. Anyway, we are going to be painting some Titanicus models, Adeptus Titanicus, because I want to get a game, so time to get that stuff going. And for today's, we are going to be painting ourselves. Let's move that out of the way. Focus more on the. Maybe we'll work on some Cerastus Knights. Kinda just want to get all the metal done. Literally, there's a lot of metal. And I probably shouldn't have put these on the bases when I went to paint before I painted them, but yeah, we'll deal with it. We will deal with it as best we can. But anyway, suffice to say, I have everything primed. So where is the instruction booklet? I need references. So how much is metal? Yeah, pretty much anything that's not armor plate. That simplifies things somewhat. Okay, we can work that. In case it slides, destroys all our work. So much going for everything. For sure buying a proper size rest this night at some point in my life. I wonder if that's too loud. Because you're hearing it. I can't. Okie dokie. So it's just probably background. It's a Forgeworld background radiation making that noise. So, well, given that I haven't really painted on stream before, I probably look horrendous when I paint in terms of how I go about it. For I like to go big blocks. Big blocks, very heavy on the colour. Sorry, just to effectively block out the colour and then I build up on it. Or define it, I guess would be the best way to put it. So you get like your big layers that kind of define everything. Like, go, okay, this is all going to be like, okay, so this is all one color. So like, say if there's like, this is going to be mostly like, like red or something, or in this case, red belcher. And I paint the red belcher everywhere that it's going to go. And then if I want to define colors, I build up on top of that with whatever color I need to make that happen. I mean, it's probably not the best way of doing it. How do I? Okay, so we're going to have to. There we go, covered all that. So much for that. I wonder why I couldn't ban them. Oh, okay, there. I know how to do that. Great. We live and learn. We live and learn. I need to hear. I wonder how loud that music is. That would be a fantastically interesting bit of information in order for me to know, but I do not know it. I don't like the silence, so even if I have duplicates, we're going to have to deal with that. So this is getting the desktop audio. I don't know if that's actually working. The mysteries of streaming. Anyway, as I was saying before, I was rudely interrupted by bots. So everything goes out in blocks, which means then if I get it over arm or pierce and arm bits, I don't have to care because I will be covering that up later. I think about it. Chilled beats for Administorum would probably be Gothic. I'm betting. Maybe I should find a Gothic playlist. A lot of pipe organs. I'm probably going to have to buy more of that butter. I can already tell. Really, I probably should have sprayed these on that elsewhere. But I'm a creature of habit in that respect. Everything gets primed Chaos Black. And no deviations. Like a tree follower of the Omnicide. So a lot of this is going to be apart from these bits out the side. Everything else is going to be fairly a different kind of painting effort. Okay, I wonder does the bottom of the Warhide's knife get like a different color? Yeah, it's the same job. So yeah, it's kind of like wearing a mask. Yeah, okay, you're all armor. You get to look nicer. So you're not armor, you're just metal. Oh, you actually you're armored. Okay, well, we will work with that there. Gonna block out the colors for the armor. I'll make sure to keep an eye out. Kinda. Oop, I just realized I forgot the. Where's my little headers? That's cool. Yeah, because that doesn't make any sense. Okay, let's change this. Do. Oh, that's too long. Maybe we can. Oh, come on. Properties. Where's like? Can you not word wrap? There we go. That's a bit more. It's a bit more nice. That looks fine. Oh, it's Red Belcher. Yeah, you know what? I'm playing my camera and maybe the lighting. It's not very silver. To be fair, it looks a lot more silver in yeah, trust me. I mean, it does look grey at the end of the day. It's a bit more shiny in person. In case you're wondering why I'm not really paying attention to the armor pierces, it's just because this is all just to block everything out and down. Armor and details. Did I do the front? Yeah, no. Did they block everything out? We'll get more meat when we have to. And then these titans will eventually walk. Yeah, you're going to run, and also the names don't really help. To be fair, like I use a lot of what was it Administratum grey, or is it Administorum grey, and that looks slightly less grey than some of the other greys. So I tend to use a lot of that for guys' trousers for me Scutari. They used to do a really nice, yeah, 50 shades of everything. If you want like multiple shades of like red, or if you like, want multiple shades of green, they've got you. They will sort you out. They used to have an app actually that would show you all the colors and show you the model and show you like what colors would go where. But maybe with Warhammer Plus they've got rid of that. I don't know. I haven't used it in a long time. It's called the Citadel Painting app. If you're only starting out, that's really handy. It will even tell you the names of everything, so you've got the right color. Yeah, I mean it's not. Yeah, it's not perfect to be fair. At this point, I've kind of just got used to kind of eyeballing, like some of the work in progress. Kind of like, for instance, like that color of red is like about 2 or 3 layers of different colors of red, for example. So like even the color that you end up with that you might want for your particular project might not actually be a color that they do, because they're all various levels of transparency. The base and the layer, so you might end up with like a slightly different tint depending on how you layer it. So yeah, it's a bit hard. You kind of just play about with it and you'll kind of work out what you want. um, yeah, okay, you're gonna be Over to Unity. Or was it you're actually painting A7 Excelia? Or is it just like a new army or like a well, if you're just starting painting, I guess it's probably not a golden demon entry, but you never know. You might be. I've seen a lot of people that say just starting out, and it's like this incredible model, and everybody's going, "Really? You just started?" Oh, actually, I forgot. Oh, nice. Is it one of the new? I suppose I don't pay attention to these Space Marines very often because they're not Adeptus Mechanicus. But is that the new cool looking bikes, or is it like the old version of the bikes? They've like the new. In fact, I have one that I'm working on. Where is it? Kind of like. Like kind of like those bikes. I'm really a big fan of those bikes. That's the Death Watch. That I'm working on. I do be Death Watch armies just because I like Space Marine models. Yeah, if it's a Primaris one, if it's a Primaris chaplain, then it probably is the the Outrider style bike. And anything released in 2020 is probably Primaris. For everything went over the Rubicon. You guys are wondering, this is going to be a Reaver Battle Titan, but he's all legs. His body's all in here with a box of. Yes, I was going to say if you're wondering, that's what I do as well too. That's kind of why I'm not really paying attention to the armor and stuff on these lads. Is you put down your blocks and then you kind of just that's what I do as well too. So nice to see I'm not the only body who just does that, because I tend to layer it on. So it goes you put the biggest amount of color down first, and then you see what else you can get away with. Hence all this lead belcher going down everywhere. Yeah, this is they are metal, so they will get lead belcher as well. Well, I mean, is there a particular chapter you're painting? Or, nobody's going to see underneath their feet, so I don't know why I just did that, but there we go. I suppose that's true. That's a way of doing it. There's a lot of people actually that just paint. They don't really do the gaming part. To be fair, I lose all my games anyway. I'm there. They show off me models that I just painted, and they roll dice. And I'm only good at the showing off the models I just painted. I'm not very good at the rolling dice at all. I'm not very tactical. But I enjoy the game part of it, so I keep trying. That laptop doesn't read. Well, I mean, if there's not a lot of people around where you're at, you can, that TTS, Tabletop Simulator game, although probably I shouldn't say, there's plenty of resources around there to give full-size Warhammer games if you do not want to pay for all the models. The only thing is that you can't paint, obviously you can't paint anything because it's all models that somebody else has put into the game for you, so which I feel you're kind of missing out on that, but if you really want to get a game going. The painting or the streaming the painting, or just the painting in general, because I'll tell you what, Games Workshop made themselves a lot of money during COVID. I mean, they were already making themselves a lot of money, but yeah. Had I known we'd have a pandemic, I should have bought some shares. Oh, okay, yeah, I did see that one. Let's see, so you got into it, yeah. I only got into 40k about like 6 years ago, 7 years ago. Back in 7th edition, that's when I got into it. So I bought a Dark Vengeance starter box set, if you ever remember seeing that. I suppose if you took a bit of a break, maybe you wouldn't have noticed. And then I never actually finished picking up that set. I ended up buying a load of Skitarii starter boxes, and then that was it. that was it. All my disposable income gone. But they do really good starter sets and starter kits now. Not all great value, but they're decent enough. Oh, so you got the Space Wolves Combat Patrol? Well, it's kind of, I suppose, like, it depends. Like, if you're not paying, playing, or there's not anybody near you that can play, then it just comes to things just like, what do you think looks cool? Really? I mean, unless you're unless you're meta chasing, and even then, just like, I tend to go, okay, well, that looks cool. Also, the lore is kind of awesome behind it. Like, that model has cool lore as well too. Then, yeah, I'll pick that up. That's kind of how I go about it. Now, to be fair, I do play at tournaments on occasion, so there will be instances where I'll go, okay, well, I need a lot of these models, so I guess I'm buying a lot of them. Thankfully. Yes, I was going to say. So, let's see. So, well, some of them you get upgrade kits, but if you've got a combat patrol for Space Wolves, then yeah, they're going to have. Well, they'll have. I think how it works is I would need to look at the website, but you get the basic marine, and then there's like an upgrade kit that has like symbols that you put on the armor. But some of it might be molded, 3D molded. Kind of like the Death Watch stuff. So that's like if you can see that there it is. You can. So that shoulder pad is like from the Death Watch upgrade kit. So that's just a normal Space Marine Outrider, and then you just add on the armor parts. So maybe they might have done it that way because it's easier for them to print for their mold to just be generic Space Marine and then upgrade kit. So maybe they might have done it that way. I don't know, I haven't bought a Space Marine starter box. Yeah. So you'd have to check the kit, I suppose. But they do that, especially if it's Primaris stuff, because the Primaris, when they did that upgrade, it was all upgrade kits, so you could apply the Primaris stuff to, or you would apply like the game, they do like the Space Wolf stuff to that. I'm going to have a look actually, because you've made me wonder now. In Games Workshop show you what's in the sprues. Start collecting. Where are you? Combat Patrol Space Wolves. Oh god, you get a Invictor tactical. Jesus, that's good. One Invictor tactical warsuit. Yep. There you go. Okay, so the sprues are generic Space Marine Primaris, and you get two upgrade kits for the Space Wolf stuff. So yeah, there's nothing, and you get a load of transfers as well too. So there's really nothing stopping you going in and just having them to be any faction you want, or any chapter you want. Yeah. But Space Wolves are cool. Space Marine Vikings. Who wouldn't want them? Well, it's a kind of like, I mean, to be fair, you can kind of pick and make your own if you really want to. But like I picked the Death Watch because I like the idea of Space Marine XCOM. Like, they go out, they sort out the aliens, and also they had a lot of cool weapons, and their airplanes really cool. The Corvus Blackstar. And also getting the mix and match Space Marine lads inside it was pretty cool as well too. And then they did a lot of stuff to do. I mean, they released Gabriel Angelus, so if you wanted to do the Blood Ravens, you could do the Blood Ravens. In fact, I think they released an upgrade spree, or they put rules in one of the White Dwarfs. Gabriel Angelos is on Forgeworld because he's a character, and he looks like the one from Dawn of War 3. So you have to deal with that. Everybody hated that game. Yes, Dawn of War was so good, and then so was Dawn of War 2. Okay, sorry. Well, I mean, there was Soulstorm and there was something else. I can't remember the name of it now. But I really, really love Dawn of War 2. And to be fair, Dawn of War 1 and 2, it's just the voice acting. It's just top tier voice acting. It just, that makes it all worth it. Yeah, you're. Yeah. What was that? Dawn of War 2 Retribution kind of brought back a bit of the base building, and then she plays as Imperial Guards again, which I really, really liked that one. That was very cool. I did like the Retribution. It wasn't as good base building, obviously. It was kind of like you just had like a command point limit. Oh god, your boss is getting into it? Then you can ask him for a rise then to afford it. Because if he wants you to fight you with a decent army, then he's going to have to pay you more money. It's an expensive hobby. Because I wonder if I could do that, or actually better yet, a rise, but also get him to get him like a deal with the local hobby shop, so that you get like a voucher as part of your job benefits. I suppose in case you're wondering, this is all this stuff is from the Adeptus Titanicus, the Horus Heresy box set. So like, you get all of this stuff. You get like two Reaver Titans, two Warhounds, and two Cerastus Knights. So, in case you're wondering why I have a load of mini Titans. Paint him with Furiosa Dreadnought in return. Okay. Alright, it's only starting or back at it again, and you're already doing commissions. So that's impressive. So that's moving quick. Just leave a tiny bit of grey on it somewhere, so that it'll always lose in all its rolls. Because anything with grey on it, will by superstition, will fail all its rolls. So like, just leave a tiny bit of a foot not painted. Well, I mean, to your point there before, they just, I mean, like the whole thing is for 40k and for Games Workshop in general. They kind of introduced this rule of called like the battle ready. You might have seen that mentioned somewhere. It's just like get 3 colors onto your model, to like do a half decent job. Like kind of just keep inside the lines, and you're good to go. And that's kind of a good. That's kind of like a good mantra they follow. So really, at the end of the day, it's paint by numbers. So like, okay, this is armor, so it gets painted this color. This is metal, so it gets painted this color. And then you just kind of just work on it and build up from there. And then eventually, it'll look class. And you'll be very happy with yourself. And then you'll look over and somebody will have something done that's all edge highlighted and looks like it was painted by professionals. And you go, oh. So you have to learn to get past. You have to learn to ignore those people. Ignore that and just kind of be happy with your own stuff. And then eventually you can have something can look like this, and then you're all very happy yourself, and you're going, look at that drill, and then you put it up on the internet, and everybody's kind of happy. There you go. Because I mean, at the same time, like if he wants you to do the job and you do a half decent job, everybody like nobody's going to be too annoyed. So like if you just paint it like rainbow pink and say, well, this Furioso is just feeling fabulous. Well, that's the thing is you'll always look at your own models and think, oh, this looks terrible, or you'll spot things that you could have done better. That's just because it just always happens. I spend forever looking at my models and thinking, oh god, I've got that wrong, or I've got that incorrect. Let's see, these. Hopefully the sweet. Because you're wondering how some magnetized the guns. It's another thing to learn. If you want to save yourself some money, get good with magnets. And that way then if you, because see these things are like 30, depending on your region, but they're like about £30, 30 sterling, and they can like do multiple stuff. And I was kind of like, you know what? I am not paying for multiple versions. So like there's a reason there's no guy there, is that it's all magnetized. But it'll save you a fortune. It won't work on everything, but on vehicles it's a godsend. There you go, that's easy then. It's just going to be all red and a bit of black. Well, you see, if you've got a squad, that's when you get used to batch painting. That is when you have to kind of learn how to turn it into a bit of a factory line. Kind of like what I'm doing here. Where you kind of just you work on getting everything blocked out, and then add your details. Didn't magnetize the reavers. They're just going to have their guns. I just didn't really see the point. So if I remember correctly, I will have to remember who's getting what. I think you're getting. No, you're going that direction. So, yeah, okay, so. You're going from 0 to 100 real quick. because here's a dreadnought, here's a devastator squad, also here's a centerpiece of an army. Just, you know. I don't blame you. When that one came out, there was so many amazing paint jobs for Gilliman. I saw a fair few in person for that matter as well too. But yeah, if you want to show off, yeah, that's one they show off with. just Chaos Space Marines in general. They from I did see they might actually be getting some decent updates as well too in the coming months. Or at least the plan seems to be good to give them decent updates. I'm a big fan of the Lord Discordant on the really cool sort of I suppose it's a mechanical beast, maybe? Kind of like a spider, scorpion kind of thing. He's cool. He's a really, really cool model. Kind of wanted to turn him into a tech priest, but he's a bit too dark mechanicum. Then a lot of the Nurgle stuff, it's really, really nice looking. The Plague Crawlers are cool, and the wee, it's like the wee bloat drone that you could put a lawnmower on the front of. That's well, even means you have to be a heretic now, because he's clearly he's just a false emperor, the false emperor. He's a corpse emperor, a corpse on a throne, and you've all the more reason now to rebel. It'll be the Horus heresy of your particular office. Just roll in with like Nurgle, loaded Death Guard. Or Thousand Suns, if they're any good. I don't know. I don't like, to be fair, I don't play Chaos. Well, I play Skaven and Age of Sigmar, but they're Skaven. Chaos is perhaps not the right word for them. Madness. Oh, Total War games? Yes, they're very, very good. And that's kind of the that's the old world too, which I never really got into. But the games are very, very good, especially Total War 2, because 3 hasn't come out, but 2 has the Skaven in it, so I like that one automatically. Nice. That's good. It's a good choice. I tend to just like the Skaven more because they tend to blow themselves up just as much as they blow up the whoever they're fighting or backstabbing each other. I'm actually very curious to see what they do with 3. Look at the recent trailer. They had like a, was it Chinese kind of Japanese feel and faction? I don't know a lot about the old world, so I don't know who that is. But it looked really, really cool. Chinese? Yeah, okay. It looked pretty sweet. In fact, so good that I would like to have collected them as an army, because I'm sure they would have been really, really cool to have design wise, and painting would be an interesting thing on them as well too. Oh, you've like into the alpha or not alpha? I guess beta. I hadn't realized that they were doing that. Or is it like one of those things you have to pre-order it to get in? Ah, I see. They're probably desperately trying to avoid a Dawn of War 3 situation because they've a lot of goodwill from the first two games, and they had a lot of goodwill from all the Dawn of War games. People were really looking forward to those to that third game, and so they know that it doesn't take much to completely lose that. Um, so yeah, they're probably desperate not to have another Dawn of War 3 on their hands. Yeah, it was nice to chat to somebody while I paint a lot of red belcher. I will hopefully chat to you another time. Good luck. So we just have a couple more guns to do, and then I think I will call it there. And then the next step will be more defined colors, and also working out what I'm going to actually do for the armor colors. Maybe because I have a 2-player game, I will do one in one color and one in another color, and then they will be at least differentiable for home 2-player games, and then I can just say they're from different like branches of the Titan or the Titan of the Legio, Titan Legion. They're just colored different ways because they're like different squads or something. Then I'll explain that if I play the whole army at once. So that's how we're going to explain that. Yeah, because I'm getting on with that in time. Today was that bird, yeah. For kind of Jesus. Fuck, I forgot his toes. Toesy was these. Anyway, back to the horrific weapons of mass destruction and death. So this is all going to be bronze colored because it's a melta gun. But what we will do, actually, I'm going to do a big heat haze on this anyway. In fact, we're going to do heat hazes on all of the guns, because they're big guns. They'll produce a lot of heat. I knew it was missing something. That's his carapace mounted weapon. Done. Whew. Okay, so just ahead city here. Okay. So where are we going to go by E? It is going to be a nightmare to paint those eyes. So it is going to be a nightmare. There we go. Everything block colored. Yeah, I need to get a new brush. A new one of these brushes. I have very fancy brushes. But I try not to well, I have a spare one, so I can get away with slightly overusing it. Where did I put the little cap for this? That's not really stream. it's not really worth putting on the stream. Me looking for a cover for a. There it is. For a brush. Remember, kids, always take care of your brushes. Okay, so what have we got? We have our Titans with all their metal painted. Well, I say painted, obviously it'll need touching up, but in terms of kind of like blocking out where we want metal to be, for like obviously like we're not putting stuff around that guy's armor or his like wrist armor. So we have like a general idea of the kind of where the metal's going to be. Like I haven't painted those guys' void shields, for instance, or his guys' void shields, or these vents. We'll go over that with like a night. Well, because we're going to put the block a color for the armor on top of these lads, then there's no point doing the metal in those vents because we'll accidentally go over it maybe, or I will. So we will wait until we put down the first armor color, which I still haven't decided what color I'm actually going to paint all these lads, or what color they're going to be. I don't know yet. I suppose like one side can be like a green. Maybe I'll go one side's green, the other side's red. Red and black, and then green and black trim, I guess. Nice dark green. That would work actually. God, what's the name of it? It's a green. So that's what we're going to do there. So in case anybody's listening, is curious about what's the next steps. And then that'll probably be, I don't know, probably not tomorrow. Maybe Friday. I might do that. I just stream a game tomorrow. Something nice and quick and easy. That's in the in progress box. Which do I want to put all this stuff back in? Oh, speaking of that, like we do have armor pieces, more armor bits for these lads, but they don't need, that doesn't need silver paint anywhere on it. It'll just get painted up. They match. Oh, I nearly forgot their knees. Once again, don't need the, yeah, that one got a bit wonky. So this guy has his knees. So everybody has their knees. And then we do have all these war assets as well too. And the Titan symbol, which I want to paint up. And then whatever this is meant to be, I think it's an objective. So yeah, I'm going to get them painted up as well, so that we have, so that we're all good. Yes. Yep. But that stuff is for later on, and probably for a better stream. And to be fair, I still have to finish painting these Iron Strider Bellstari as well too, for that matter. So they're going to get a stream. Everything's going to get a stream eventually. Anyway, thanks everyone for being all night, and if you're watching this on YouTube, hi! Feel free to come over and watch it live, and also maybe a sub. Do I have to start doing that now? Guess I do. Anyway, cheerio. And blessings in the omnibus on you, I guess. If I need an outro, that'll have to do.